with my friend
Angel.
and today we have some as you can tell by the title, today I'm gonna be doing a story time. So I'm gonna say a story, he's gonna say a story, and then we'll both share a story, and then in between we'll give some advice, girl talk, anything else that comes to mind.
Let's just hop right into the video, guys.
So first is my story, and my story is about the time that a crazy crackhead lady came to my house. And I said this story on my Instagram before, but for the people that haven't seen it, here you go. So I was home alone, my parents were out shopping, and I was just chilling, and I was sick with the flu, and so I go to the living room to get something, and I hear the doorbell ring, and I was like, stranger danger. So I didn't answer it, and I looked through the peephole, and I see this lady, and she looks so familiar. I don't know if it's someone's mom, I don't know if it's a friend, a family friend, but she looked so familiar. And then she had like a little girl with her, and I was like, what is going on? But I didn't say anything, of course. Like, you think I was gonna say something? You think I was gonna open the door? No. So I waited a little bit, and she kept knocking, she kept ringing the door, and she kept saying Rose, 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 like the name Rose. And I was like,
did you ever find out who Rose was?
She kept knocking on the door, and then eventually she left, and I saw her leave, and I looked out my window to see if she went in a car, but she didn't go in a car, so she walked to my house. So I go back to my room, and I start playing Roblox on my just kidding, but I start doing my thing, and then I hear my dog bark. Like, my dog doesn't really like people, so when she sees people, she like barks and barks and barks, and like, by the way she was barking, it sounded like they were in my house, like, or something was there.
Oh my god.
So I go out of my room, and like you can see like my back doors from my kitchen. This lady was right there outside of my glass screen in a window. Mind you, I have a fence that goes around my whole perimeter, and I have
reading
mathematical here. I have a screen, like, you know the screen over the pool, like that?
Yeah.
And then so you can't get in, and she got in, and she was knocking on the glass in the back of my house, and I was like, so she saw me, and I was like, drats. So I was like, why you're here? And she's like, hey, where's Rose? And I was like, there's no Rose here. And she was like, mind you, she's not in my house, she's outside. She was trying to open up my door, and I was like, because my glass door's locked, and I was like, there's no Rose here. And she's like, that's your mother. And I was like, that's not my mother. There's no,
oh my god.
There's no Rose here. And she was like, she told her kid, like, get your brother on the phone. And yeah, and I was like, at this point, I was shaking in my boots, and I'm looking for my phone, and I can't find it. So I like run back to my room, I run to the bathroom, I'm running around the house, like in front of them, trying to find my phone, and it's right there on the table. So I get it, and I'm just like showing her that I'm dialing something, and she was like, oh, where's Input Street? I was like, oh, that's not here, that's all the way over there. And she was like, oh, okay, bye, as if she was like invited on the property in the first place. She was gonna let herself out. I was like, so I called my dad. I don't know if I had to call my dad, the police, or animal control to get these things out of my freaking backyard. And I was like, so I called my dad, and he's like, oh. And I was like, whoa. They came back home, but before they came home, they went around the block to see if
they literally went around the block. Like,
they literally went around the block, pulled up on the block. But they never found her. So a couple days passed, and me and my mom went to the dollar store, and we get out, and my mom's like, oh, that woman doesn't work there anymore. And I was like, what woman? And she described cornrows, like a lot of acne on her cheeks and on her face. She described that kind of woman, and that instantly clicked in my head. I was like, that's the woman that came to the house. And she was like, what? And I was like, Mama, that's the woman that came to the house. And she was like, oh, no wonder why you said she looked familiar. The next day, my mom calls like her best friend, and her best friend tells her that she saw her like standing in front of like the liquor store, like drunk, asking for money, and like other people have seen her around. And moral of the story, lock your back doors.
I actually didn't tell Alexa this story. It was on my Instagram live, and it was in middle school. I had a boyfriend at the time. and we decided to go on a date. And we went to go see, I don't know if you remember, it's that one movie. It's about like that monster. It's like on Christmas. It was mad. Krampus, yes, that one. We went to go see that movie. And I don't wanna, you know what, whatever. I don't know what I ate that made me so like gassy. But I started feeling it that day of the date. And I was like,
you were nervous too.
Yeah, I was nervous too. So it was like, so we get to the place and we get our tickets, you know, we're waiting, we're walking around, and you hear like a you hear like a growl, and he's like, "Oh, you hungry?" I was like, "Totally."
Growling at me.
Totally. I was like, "Totally." I'm totally like hungry. He gets me freaking like, he gets me something. We get something from Johnny Rockets. Yo, that made it 10 times worse. Like, it was so bad. And so I was just in the bathroom, and I was just there and like, you know, blowing out everything that needed to get. So in the middle of the movie, we finally get there, and what was it? So we're like this, right? So I'm like cuddled up on him like this, and there's like this really like oversized guy that sits in front of us. And I kind of like let out a toot, but it wasn't, you couldn't hear it. It was kind of like a ninja fart. I blamed it on the guy in front. I was like, yo, what's that smell? I was just like, yo, what the? I was like, oh my god, that smells so bad. And and he was like, yeah, that smells really bad. How is it that he's like, mind you, it wasn't even like the road like in front of us. We were right here. He was like a road there. He was sitting right here. He was like, yo, that smells reaching back all the way back here. When we get out the movie, we see the same guy again. And I look at him. And then he was like, yo, isn't that the guy that farted in front of us? 2 weeks later, we're talking about it again. He was like, I was really stupid because I brought up how gassy I was that day. And he was like, but didn't you say that it was the guy in front of us? Moral of the story, don't lie on a date.
Especially about your toots.
He ended up breaking up with me. Well, not over that, but.
And now for our last story, it's a story about us, the time we snuck out to go to Disney Springs. And for those of you guys that don't live here, that's basically just like a down city walk.
Yeah. Just to be clear, we're not back kids. We're not back kids.
No, we're not back kids. So basically that day we made plans with me, Angel, and another friend of ours. Her name is Will Vanette, and her is. So I got to his house like around 2, 3, around there, early, and we were supposed to go 5.
Yeah, we were, because the movie
started. 4, no. It was a new movie, and it was like, we were supposed to go like at 2, and then Wolverine didn't come to our house yet, so then it was 3, 4, and there was like a movie around 5, so we were reaching for 5, and the Wolverine came to his house like around 5. We were like, okay, there's one at 7, but we need a ride. So we were calling our friends with cars, texting our friends with cars. We're like, we need a ride, we need a ride. And mind you, his parents are not gonna take us. My parents live farther. So we're just stuck here. We have plans, but nobody to take us.
Mind you, I already told my dad that we left. I told him that we left an hour ago.
Yeah, and he didn't even know that like some of us were there.
Yeah, he didn't know that we were still in the house. And we were like, in the dining table.
Yeah, so we were just there chilling, but we had to leave before somebody came home. So basically, we finally got a ride from a guy. We'll just call him Paxson. So we got a ride from Paxson, and he said he'll pull up like around 7. It was almost 7, and remember, he kept saying, "Oh, I'll be there," and he's like, "No, I'm taking a shower."
How are you 10 minutes away and you got there 2 hours later?
Oh my god, Paxson took forever, but
oh my god.
So when he pulls up, or when he says that he's there, like, but then he shows up like 30 minutes later, Angel's dad comes home.
Oh my god, I was like about to like sharp myself, like we thought the car that pulled up was Paxson.
It was Paxson, but it was his dad. And we were like,
oh my god, we're like, yo, turn off the lights.
What do we do? So we turn off all the lights.
let's hide in the closet.
I was like, let's go in the closet, this closet right here. We were like, no, let's sneak out the back. So Angel has a back door right here.
Yeah, it's literally like right next to it.
And there's a pool, and then we go out, and we have to go to the side. But then his dad's truck is parked on the side.
He saw us, apparently.
Yeah, so we like run out of the back, and we're quiet, and we're tiptoeing through the grass, and we're like running and stuff, and like we go the wrong way, and like we see the truck, and we like move, and we try to go the opposite direction, and we're running down the street.
You gotta actually show them, right? Well, whatever.
So we're running down the street, and then like
we're
like,
waiting.
Turning.
We're waiting on like those green boxes.
Those like green boxes. Throw back to the 90s. But we're waiting on those green boxes, and he's like, oh, I'm right around the corner.
Where? Where are you?
Time passes, and we're like, okay, and then his mom calls.
Oh my god, when I tell you that when my mom calls, it's so bad because she was like, oh, where are you? And I was like,
my mom's getting us, I think that's what she said.
Yeah, she was like, no, you said to tell your mom that we already went there.
Yeah. And then, oh my god, yeah.
I get in trouble because I already told her we were there. I was like, oh yeah, we're already here, we're walking around. She's like, oh.
Really? Because your dad saw you guys.
I'm walking home, shamefully walking home. We get inside. We actually sit out on my porch. We wait another 30 minutes.
Oh my god, yeah. It was like the afternoon. It was still daylight when we ran, and we were sitting on the thing. We walked back. We were waiting in his back porch.
The street lights were on.
The street lights were on. The night was dark. And then we get a text, I'm here. So Angel couldn't go anymore, so it was me and Wolvenette.
You know what the funny thing was?
What?
I actually could have gone.
Yeah, because his dad just didn't care.
Yeah, he was like, oh, well, whatever. And I was like, yo, you know what? So that money I got that day, I ordered me a Meat Lover's pizza, watched some Netflix.
So he was here. I need a ride back home. My mom thought we were out. So me and Wolva went into the car, and there's like another kid in there too, and we're just like chilling, and we're on our way to Disney Springs. But it was like too late to watch a movie, and plus, so we had a friend Polo waiting for us at Disney Springs for about 6 hours.
Oh my god, I completely forgot about it.
Because by the time I got to Angel's house, Polo was at Disney Springs. So we went to go like meet up with him and stuff, me and Wolva, and we got there, and he's like, do you want to go watch a movie? And we're like, I have a curfew. And so we were just like hanging around Disney Springs, just talking and stuff. So we had fun, and then Paxton calls us, and he's like, okay, get in the car. And we're like, okay, we're almost there. So we flipped the script, and I was like, we're almost there. Mind you, we're half the way down Disney Springs, like goofing around. And then he's like, I thought you said you stayed in the car. Where are you guys? And me and Wolva started running. Like running. We got there. He's like, why did you lie to us? Blah, 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 blah. And we're like, okay, Dad.
Okay, Dad.
Okay, Dad. And then that night was just hectic. And then before we got there, my mom's like, where are you? Like, what car are you in? And Paxton takes the phone, and he's like, hey, ma'am, like, she's okay, blah, blah, blah. He dropped off Wolva, and then he dropped off me. And he wanted to go to the races after. He wanted to go to his grandma's house. He was telling me about all these plans. Mind you, it was 12 o'clock at night. But it was pretty fun because we had a good talk in the car about like relationships and stuff. But it was pretty fun. So more of this story, don't lie again. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm sorry this video maybe went a little bit too long, but next time you guys will see a vlog. I'm not going to tell you what that vlog is about, but a vlog, and it's going to be really fun, and I hope you guys are liking these videos. Just give me any feedback, and I'll take any, and if you have any more video suggestions, just leave it in the comments below.
Bet.
And as always, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. And I'll see you guys next Wednesday or the Wednesday after that. And I'm trying to be more consistent, but I got you. Peace.
Survive. If this is all that's real, all I wanna do is get